Howdy, howdy, everyone. How are you today? Hump day, hump day, hump day. You get my camera kind of straight there. That's a little better. Maybe a little bit more so you can see the cards. How is everyone? Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, right? I think it is. This week's been a bit of a blur at my house. How about yours? How about yours? All right, I got to get organized. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yay, there we go. All right, that was easy. Have y'all been having Mercury retrograde issues? It's been alive and well here for me. Daisy, oh, you did get the notice. Awesome, awesome. Wow, okay. Did you have to delete the app, or did you not? I mean, I didn't know if you did anything and then got the notification. I don't know why. You know, there's so much nuance and programming that has to happen for these apps. It's kind of crazy, really. Go figure. I think we're at the mercy of them for the most part, but that's okay. I mean, it's not my show, so to speak. YouTube itself, I mean. So I just kind of show up. Have you too? I was just talking about that. You had to delete the app and change the notification settings. Well, I've heard this from other creators. I think we talked about this the other day, that to me, for the ones I've shared that with and other creators that have had the same issue, that seems to be the fix predominantly. Unless someone needs to also go in, I think I mentioned this too, and change their settings, right, on their phone. I mean, not YouTube, but phone. So, hey, Deborah, good evening. You just happened to catch me. We were just talking about notifications. So you didn't get a notification. So you might need to do what Desi had to do. You may, because I've had 4 people now that are my regulars have said they have not gotten the notification. So you may have to delete the app from your device, unsubscribe, whatever, delete the app, reload the app, sign in, resubscribe, and turn your notifications on. And I think that seems to fix the problem, whatever. It's a bit of a mystery. Right, thank you, Desi. Yeah, make sure your notification settings are set to allowed. And it may be even another subtlety to that. I think you have to say all notifications maybe. I'm not certain about that one. But also, Deborah, be sure, because I was just saying this, there's 2 notification approvals or settings you have to make on your phone. One is in the YouTube app, and one is for your phone itself. So like on your phone, go in and under your hit settings, and then go down to apps, open your apps, go down to YouTube, open the YouTube app, and then on there be sure you have the notifications turned on. So they have to be both on, I think. Anyway, it's oh, good grief. I picked a friend of mine up at the airport today. She needed a ride home, and I was trying to explain to her, I said, I'm going to visit with some moderators this weekend. And she said, what's a moderator? Why do you need one on YouTube? And I was trying to explain to her just like that kind of stuff. And she's been in this country for 3 decades, but she's from India, and so she's never really engaged like this. And she looked at me, she said, people say those kind of things? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh, is that it, Desi? Okay. Yeah, your phone settings. Again, those are the 2 big ones. Valeria, hello. How are you? And I'm squinting because I don't have my glasses on. Ryan, I think it is. Howdy, howdy. Hola, yes. Is it going to be one of those nights? Is it going to be one of those nights? It's really, I need to track it better when I have a minute. Some nights seem to be better for that than for spamming and, you know, all that mess than others. I don't know. I'm sorry, Deborah, that's so funny. That's hysterical. Oh, goodness. Hey, Joseph, how are you tonight? Joseph was sharing that about his abilities, and did you see I answered or responded, I commented on your comment, Joseph, about that? It was so cool to hear somebody, to my knowledge, I don't know of anyone who has that clairsalience. It's the clair that has to do with the sense of smell. I thought that was really cool. William, I am doing quite well. Thank you for asking. Tanmoga, hello, good evening. And there's my beautiful Sicilian Aphrodite. How are you doing, sweetheart? I was going to text you earlier and got totally absorbed in another project. My bad. But let me know. Are you okay? Are you okay? I had a horrible thought. I was watching a video, business like related to, it's the CEO of YouTube talking about changes and this and that. And one of the biggest trends is even shorts now. The biggest trend is people watching YouTube on their TV. And they were talking about even the younger generation is can you imagine on a big wide 60-inch TV and yet this narrow little screen? And I was thinking, oh Lord, I can't imagine seeing, you know, how bad my wrinkles and gray hair are showing up on that 60-inch TV. I was laughing at myself. Oh goodness. Well, Desi, that could be. My mother had a real extremely good sense of smell. Some people have that. But what I found interesting, you're very welcome, Joseph. I love Joseph's comment was he said he has the smell, but he perceives it as a feeling. And so because he was talking about a video that I made about the clairs, and you know, it's a language. If you are somebody who has those abilities, every person's language, intuitive language, is unique, and so you have to find out what that is for you, and which clairs you have and which ones you don't. And so that's kind of what he was referring to. But I loved how he put that it came in, it was a smell, but it came in as a feeling. So that was just, I thought that was interesting. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Desi for that reminder. Thank you so much. I copied it, but then when I go to do it, I get sidetracked. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, let me do that. Here you go. And then let me pin it. Okay, there we are. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, well, lovely to see you all tonight. Just thought I would, I'm probably not going to be able to get here. I might not get here all this weekend. And, usually I do at least 2 lives, Friday, Sunday, maybe sometimes 3. So probably won't this weekend. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm traveling out of town. And, hey, William, again. So I don't know yet what we're going to be up to. Anyway, thought I would come on and do a midweek reading and check in, and then if anybody wants a mini read, we'll do that. So let me get started here. What deck would be good for this check-in? Okay. And since most of you want to know about love, that's what I'll ask about. Oh, that's beautiful, Desi. That's beautiful. Desi says, I'm excited for school to start. Cardsy, there you are. Hey, darling, how are you? Happy Wednesday to you. Yeah, I know a lot of moms are ready for school to start. We were talking about that at the gym today. Some of the moms, and one of the moms, her youngest just is going off to college. You know, she's becoming an empty nester, in other words. And all is well with me, Cardsy. Thank you for asking. I'm not going to take those. I'm going to look at them, but I didn't get my question out good. I know, with how hot it is, yes. Because you know when it's this hot, the kids don't want to go outside. They just want to stay inside. Poor moms don't get a break. All right, let's ask, what's coming toward my collective? Just sort of a midweek check-in regarding romance. Because didn't we have a tower moment when I did this Sunday? Or some kind of, oh no, it was a Three of Swords. Ooh, I remember. It's a Three of Swords. Yeesh, I don't know what was going on for somebody out there. Somebody was not having a good week, I know that. So let's see. That's a wonderful aspiration, William. And there are still, you know, like, there are good people out there, men and women. All right, show me, please, and thank you. What you would like my collective to know regarding midweek check-in and love here. Yeah, just a check-in. So if anybody's here, I just have to, because I know people are popping in and out. Oh yeah, to my newer moderators, it would be very appreciated if you would repost like the mini reads are available thing for people, because now they're starting to pop in. Oh goodness, you broke up with your ex, Daisy. All right. Well, I wouldn't mind some new either, frankly. Okay. Well, somebody here's not happy. Somebody here's perfect, Desi. Thank you for doing that. Somebody's not happy, and it could be because somebody's not coming in and giving you this some kind of offer. You're looking to hear from somebody, and maybe you haven't yet. Hey, DNA, how are you tonight? Oh, thank you, Just Chili. That's kind of where I am too, Desi. I mean, I know you're a lot younger, but I'm enjoying. I've made 2 or 3 new friend groups, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm very content. You know, if love happens, that's all right, but I am very content. Well, do you not want to tell me more? Deck, talking to my deck. Thank you. Yeah, because you're hoping for this. You're curious, like, why hasn't this person come in? I know you can't see the cards because I put too many on here to get them all on the camera. Let me pull them down just a little bit here, maybe. Anyway. Yeah, some of you say, well, I'm curious. I'd really kind of like to know what's coming, but then nothing's happening here. And this can talk about procrastination too, but to me, this card often is about somebody not learning a lesson they needed to learn. So I don't know if that's you, collective, or the person that you were hoping was going to come towards you. Oh, good. Upgrading your Wi-Fi. Man, I couldn't live without a good Wi-Fi. I mean, particularly when you do a YouTube thing like this. If I didn't have fast Wi-Fi and so forth, I could not do this. This reading is, Anna, you sweetheart. You sweetheart. I love you to pieces. Thank you, honey. Okay, you are first on the list. You are first on the list. My Sicilian Aphrodite. I love you so much. Yeah, this is a whole lot of disappointment is really, I don't have that Four of Cups, but it sure looks like, you know, there's no, why, I'm curious, why is there no expansion here? Why is nothing moving? I need to be nurtured. Awesome. Yeah, nothing's happening here. We're stuck. Now, when these come out sideways, y'all know I always do that a little differently. So what's undecided, what's in the works, as it were, is somebody's trying to decide if they want to change how they're thinking about this. I don't know if I want to take my horse out of the barn and move and go anywhere. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure if this thing can harmonize or if I can be patient with this situation. So I'm just going to sit here. Or if this, whoever's doing this, it may be saying, yeah, maybe this is just, we'll have to write this off as a missed opportunity. Somebody could be overindulging here. And so, yeah. And you're looking for better than that. Yeah, you're looking for better than that. You're saying, no, thank you. I want better. I want my fortune. I want my victory. Yeah, let's see what else here. Anything else? I know, Cardi, and I was trying to remember. I was talking to somebody yesterday before. Mercury, Neptune, and what's the third one? Is it Saturn, Jupiter? What's the third one that's in retrograde? I can't remember. One second. Okay. Saturn. I was thinking it was Saturn. Like we need him sitting anywhere still for very long, right? Taskmaster. Oh, thank you, Desi. Oh, I have lots of pre-recorded videos in landscape. Here's why I don't do it. Because I get about a tenth of the views, sometimes even less than that, than I do in the upright. And I get maybe 2 subscribers versus sometimes 100 subscribers on the vertical for every video I do. So that's why. I do pre-recorded. I do still do some pre-recorded, and I've got some ideas for some other things. But, you know, when you're trying to help people discover you, this is, you know, I'll get, now not at one time, but I'll get, you know, 10 to 14,000 people scrolling through here. You know, some of them stick around, some of them don't, obviously, versus, and I'll be on here for 3 or 4 hours, okay? So let's compare that to, this is just the way the YouTube works, versus if I do a collective love reading and I get 100 views. Which would you do? Where would you put your time and energy? So that's why. And I know y'all would never know that if you didn't have a YouTube channel. I mean, why would you need to know that? You wouldn't. It's, but I'm here to help people, and if people can't find me, then that's a problem, isn't it, for both of us? I forgot my computer was on back there. Somebody here for whoever this reading is for, you're saying, I don't know if this is you collective or this person you're looking to hear from. I think they're not coming in, or they're stuck because they don't want conflict. Maybe they're afraid you're going to start a fight when they come in. I don't know, but they don't want conflict. Now, let me get one more on that. Yeah, well, YouTube, they give us those analytics. Yeah, that's in my kind of back office, YouTube studio. Yes, we get some interesting information. Okay. I got two different groups of y'all here. One group is saying, thank you, whoever's hitting those hearts. Hey, Vivian, well, I'm glad you stopped. Thank you so much. For some of you, I don't know if this is, again, you or your person. Put it where it fits, and if it doesn't fit at all, then it's probably not your reading. For some of you, maybe this person, one of you is thinking about whether or not you want, I don't really know if I want to change. Somebody here is expecting change, and somebody doesn't want to give it. Let me put it like that way. Also, I don't want this conflict. I'm thinking about if I even want to pursue this anymore, because frankly, this energy is not dependable. It's in and out, even to the point of being reckless, extremely so. And so many of you are just pulling away from it. You're saying, no, I don't want this anymore. Somebody here could even be ghosting the other person, and you're saying, no, this is just weighing too heavy on me. I don't want to do this anymore. The memories from this, the thinking of this is haunting me, yes. Now, somebody can be saying, I know I didn't say, I don't know if this is you or your person, whoever here. I know that I might have need to be making, I'm going to say make amends. Make amends here. But they know they need to have a difficult conversation. And somebody here needs to make a choice, you or them. So basically, I think this person's kicking the can down the road. Kicking the can down the road. I like that, Desi. Yep. Because you feel like this is toxic. Yep. Toxic energy. Now, yeah, I'm going to say that. Toxic energy, something that holds you back. This can be addictions too. Yeah, and with these two next to each other, somebody here has obsessive thinking about the other. I don't know who is who, but this can be obsessive thinking. Memories, in other words, memories, thinking back on the past. And you're saying, I really think it's reckless to go there. I'm not going to start over with this person because I know for a fact this person's not stable. They're not going to give me stability. Maybe their money's not even good. Thank you, Mish. Love you, darling. Yeah, and so I think whoever's walking away here is saying, I want to go to where this is toxic. I want something that's going to make me happy. Ooh, I don't know who this is, but while all that's going on, one of you's thinking about ending it. One of you wants to come back because you're all stressed out over this. Somebody here disappointed. Yep. Mm-hmm. 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 Not playing here, all right. Miss, you can see my kitchen counter. I got stuff all over it getting ready. Getting ready. There are probably, and Adia's here too. What? Oh, she's in her she's being stealthy tonight in her sniper's nest. I love it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I think there are people out there who practice witchcraft. It's not me. You've got Sue getting ready, yeah. What else you want to tell me for my collective? I got a reading to do here. Let me get on with it. Yeah, okay. You remember in the Sunday one we talked about that? Wasn't it the Sunday one? They get confusing in my mind. I think that was the one where we had the Three of Swords that kept coming out. I think it was 3 times. Somebody getting hurt and all that. And anyway, well, here you go. Somebody in this situation says, this is so hard. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care if I do miss this person. And I've got all this ridiculous memories about them, but a lot of those memories are toxic. What can I say? This is a toxic situation. And I'm not reconciling with them. Even though that may make me unhappy. Even though that may make me unhappy. I know in my heart this person is not dependable. They're not stable. And besides which, they betrayed me. They betrayed me. Oh, goodness, y'all. All right. Well, somebody's putting their foot down this week is what this looks like. Was that Misha's reading? Yes. I don't know. Maybe. Y'all have a better memory. I do so many, it runs together after a while. That's why I don't. I do things for people, a reading, and then the next week they'll come back. Do you remember my reading? And sadly, I don't, because I just can't. I don't have enough brain cells left. It's all that partying I did in the 60s. Oh, Adia, love you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Well, Desi and Deborah was here. I guess she still is. They're new, and so it's good to see how you and Mish do it, because that's how they're going to learn. Yeah, exactly. Complete opposite. Whoever you are, whoever's this reading is for, you're saying, nah, I don't want this person back who's going to be unstable and maybe not good at managing money. I want this. I want the Ten of Pentacles. I want somebody who's going to commit to me. I want the kids, the dog, the picket fence. I want a happy home life. I want harmony. I don't want that. So you know what? For some of you, you're saying, hasta la vista, baby. I'm going to fill my own cup up. No more. For somebody out there, I'm telling you, this is somebody out there. You're saying, I'm going for something new. I want new, or I'm going to fill my own cup up, but I want new. No more of this juggling. No more of this. I'm not going to be feeling overwhelmed. I'm not going to be having either I'm not dropping the ball or nobody else is dropping me as a ball. Some of you are getting pretty darn cold about this. I'm cutting things out that do not serve me, even if that means somebody that wants to come back. Well, yeah, you're isolating. I love it. You're saying, I'm going to go over here and I'd rather go over here on this stone cold slab and heal And that creates the tower moment. And you're saying, I've done enough of this. I've dealt with my own tower, my own internal struggle with this. I know what I want. I want something traditional. So somebody out there is getting the cold shoulder this week. Ooh. Or you're giving the cold shoulder, I should say. Collective, I feel like this is most of you. You're giving the cold shoulder to somebody this week. Yeesh. Okay. I suspect they deserved it. If I claimed this reading, I know that would be the case. Just saying. Oh, goodness. That's right. Amy and Desi, I'm so glad you said that. That's right. Detaching is a part of how you work, I'm going to say, work that law of attraction. All right, Anna, I got to go back and find your super chat to see what question you had. I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't read it. Let me go back here. Whoop, 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 whoop. There it is. Oh, goodness, honey, I'm sorry. I need to call you. You gonna be around? I'll call you tomorrow. Now let me get on down here. Yeah, I know. That's right. Is that right, Tatiana? Is that was you? That was your reading? You were focused on telling my story. Oh, honey, I am sorry, and I'm not, because I felt the power in that. Whoever that was for, it was like not even. It was the energy felt very decisive. You know, I'm about me now. You know, keep on down the road with whoever that was. That's what it felt like. All right. I'm going to do a reading for my Sicilian Aphrodite here with my special deck. What does she need to know? What do you really want me to ask, Anna? Do you have a specific question? I haven't heard that term before, Tatiana. I think it makes so much sense. Quadrupolar, yeah. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to get a little sip first. Okay. He's a Gemini. Well, two minds. What can I say, right? Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mish. I'll go check that when I'm done for Anna. All right, Spirit. What does Anna need to know? What does Anna need to know, please and thank you? Oh, I'm hearing. Let's cut the deck first. Okay. What does Anna need to know, please and thank you? Well, I think that's fairly obvious. You are questioning your self-worth. You're not feeling creative or nurturing or fertile, and I don't mean that in a having a baby kind of way, but yeah. These cards, even if I show you, these cards are so dark it's kind of hard to see them, but I'll hold them up, Anna, so you can see them. Thank you, Lena. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I showed you this is the Empress. You're feeling just all over the place. All over the place, the Knight of Wands. And I'm hearing, I can't even depend on myself. That's kind of how you're feeling right now. I can't depend on myself. Life just feels all over the place. Reckless even. Yeah, I don't feel like anything is what I can depend on. I'm very much in my feelings, but not the way I want to be. I want to be this King of Cups. He gives his cups selectively as opposed to this. You have a lot of love. You have that love. You just want to be able to give it fairly, with justice, with balance, judiciously. And it's funny because I often use that term when I'm referring to the King of Cups. You know, the Queen of Cups gives her love unconditionally, whereas the King of Cups is more selective, judicious in how he gives his love. Now, advice. You ask for advice. You know, you've been here enough that this has given me some backstory. But I'm going to switch back now to say this is advice for you. You're going here. You are going to get balance. The scales are going to be balanced for you. But it's going to take a little work. It's just going to take a little time and effort and work. And you will see victory, Anna. You will. What's under that? I love it. Now, you know I'm not a magician. I'm not doing anything fancy with the cards. I want you to see this. You are going to have victory. Things are going to balance out for you. What's under that? I don't even know. Yeah, but you know, this is making good choices. This is making a choice to look beyond your own front doorstep, so to speak, metaphorically looking at distant horizons, looking out at with optimism at the things that are still yet to come. Getting past this. This is in reverse. That's good. That means it's healing. Letting go. Letting go of what? What are we letting go of? Yeah, letting go of this lack of stability, lack of feeling. I can't find harmony. I can't find that place of peace and harmony. I just want things to be slow and steady. That's what I want. I want this. I want slow and steady and peaceful and dependable. That's what I want. And Spirit is saying, that's coming. This is what's coming. But right now, this is how you're feeling. Now I've got two cards here that oftentimes mean a lack of confidence for me. the Empress as well as the Strength card in reverse. It is about feeling weak, yes, but it talks about confidence because you don't have that right mindset yet where I know you want to be. You want to get this new perspective. I know you do. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. But right now, I think this is how your mind is feeling. This is what communication feels communication for you, rather, feels like. It feels like a lot of bad news, or a lot of, this can be arguing, and arguing can be with yourself. It's not just with other people. It's just difficult communication. I think this is internal for you right now, but it could be external too. Yes, it could be. Yeah. But what I love about this is this is also, I thought it was in the reverse actually, so my bad. This is fast, very fast moving communication, very fast moving. It can also talk about your thoughts, mental things being so fast. Maybe you're having trouble keeping up with that. But what's beautiful here is I have an Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands. This talks about passion, but passionate new beginning, passion about something, having passion. So Spirit's saying, think about moving toward, as hard as this is, moving towards something that you feel passionate about. Making plans. You know, this is divine timing. Waiting. It's coming. Spirit's saying, it's coming. Don't give up, Anna. It's coming. It just might take a minute. You know, this is the merchant, as you know, standing at the shore waiting for his ships to come in. What's coming in is a lot of sweet, nostalgic memories. Sweet memories. Sweet, here, because I know you read tarot, I want to show you these cards. I'm not fooling, I just want you to see them. Nostalgia, good, warm, fuzzy memories. That's what I want to say. So you're going to be putting this battle behind you. I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not going to, you know, every one of these wands, as you know, represents a battle. I'm putting that down. I don't want to do this anymore. It's taking too much of my energy. I don't have another fight in me. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to the divine, and I'm going to ask for divine inspiration. I'm going to take a time out here. Now, I'm hoping there's a good card under here. You're moving away, yes. What are you leaving behind? Ooh, okay. That's interesting, isn't it? If you move it, well, let me read this differently. If you move away, if you try to leave this, you're leaving a victory behind. And I know some of this inside story, so I know you might be tempted to do this, but this is what you're going to leave behind. This is a victory. You're going to leave behind the victory if you don't work on it. You've got to put in the work. But this is also talking, the victory, I know there's a glare. The victory that you're going to leave behind is that you're going to be balanced soon. You're going to find balance soon. And there's that Two of Wands back. Making a choice. Making a choice to look at the bigger picture is how I see that. And heal this. This is in the past. I love that this is in reverse. This is saying it's in the past. The deepest part of this heartache. And you're healing now. You're on the healing side of it. Yeah, you're letting go. And then we're back where the cards are repeating themselves again. That's interesting how that came out. All right, let me pull a few more for you, sweetheart. You know what I'm going to say again? No, Sid, I'm not doing a free one tonight. The beginning of August, I will start doing another giveaway for a free reading, but not tonight. Not till, August 1st. But Anna, I think it's significant. I think you want to run away, so to speak. You want to leave, in other words, but we can't leave ourselves. We can't run from ourselves. And I think that's why the cards were saying if you want to leave, but if you leave, what you're leaving is the victory that you could have if you stay and work on it. If you stay and, see it out, so to speak, to get balance. The Fool in reverse. As advice, this is saying, no, don't go anywhere and try to start anything over. Don't do that. You're deceiving yourself if you do that. If you try to leave this situation and try to run away, and you're deceiving yourself. Yeah. And you'll feel like when you look back, if you do that, you will look back and feel that what's going on with you right now would have been a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity to balance things for yourself, to find justice for yourself. We're talking about internal justice, well, and maybe in the 3D too. Oh, I love that, Tatiana. Look how much support you're getting here. Yeah, don't quit on you. Amen. And if y'all knew how special this woman was. I think you're let me erase that word. You're also questioning, but am I codependent? Can I even do this on my own? Can I even pull this off? Can I be independent? And that's on a couple of levels. I love that, Tatiana. Thank you for doing that. That's you belong here, because that's how we like it here in our tribe. We are very supportive. Because listen, y'all, life's hard, and we all go through stuff. It's just a matter of when it's your turn, So let's do love and be supportive to one another. Absolutely. What else does Spirit want to say to you? And I want to say, the other, I knew there was, thank you, Spirit. The other, because this is sideways, and I always read it differently. This is saying you were on your way to being independent. You were on your way to being strong again and independent. That's what that means, yes. I love that. And of course, no coincidence, it falls underneath, but you got to keep working on it. You're on your way to being strong and independent, but you have to keep working on it. Don't give up. You've got to stick with it. Oh, Tatiana, I love that. Yes, because the alternative stinks, right? Agreed. She's saying the world is crazy as all heck. What else can we do but be positive and share positivity? Well, there is another choice. But over here, we're choosing to be positive. That's what I'm trying to promote here, is positivity and support for one another. Not everybody makes that choice. Thank you, Mish. Appreciate that. Oh, I like this. Oh, okay, I'm loving this. So this is saying, stick it, just hang in there just a little bit longer, because I think you're reaching a tipping point. And things are gonna, and when you reach that tipping point, it's gonna go really, really fast. I love this. Now remember, you know this, but I'm gonna tell you, the Chariot talks about determination also. Be determined. Also, these well, there's sphinxes in this tarot deck. If they're the slightest bit divided about where they're going, they're not going anywhere. These have to be pointed and be unified in the direction that they're going. I gotta pick this up, because if not, this is where you are. You're not gonna be strong. So be determined. Be very determined and focused on the direction where you want to be, your goal and where you want to go. That's requires a conscious choice, a choice to love you. Yeah, I love that. A choice to love you, to get your confidence back, to get your strength back. Now we know this Queen of Wands, she's a tough cookie. She's all the things, you know. Yeah, you know who she is. Yeah. So this is going to require some collaboration, probably with other people, whether that's family, therapist, the divine. It's going to require collaboration, but that's okay, because you're just in it right now. That's all right. That's all right. This is interesting, though. This is how you're feeling. You're feeling sorrowful right now, but guess what? This is an awakening, Anna. Can't make this up. You see me pulling the cards off here. You are going through an awakening, an ascension too. I will say that. Last card. All right. I love it. I love it. Love it. Ah, this is beautiful. Yes, yes. Queen of Swords. Yep. When you get to this tipping point that's coming, and it's coming fast, you're going to be this Queen of Swords, because sometimes we need to be the Queen of Swords. Sometimes we're the Queen of Cups, or the King of Cups. Sometimes we're the Queen of whatever we need to be. This is what's going to happen. Now, in this case, this is good. She cuts out what doesn't serve her, right? She's a great communicator. She's, in what I'm feeling about this Queen of Swords in this reading, is she's actually, and I particularly love this depiction. Let me put these down so you can see. You know, she's got her sword up, which talks about, I'm open to communication. I'm open to new mental constructs. And she's got her hand out like this saying, come toward me. I want to hear what you have to say. Now, if I don't like it, I can cut it out, cut it away. But I am open to, like I said, communication, new mental constructs. Come and present your case to me, so to speak. So this is just saying, I think this is more internal than external. But you're going to be strong. I love this. I got to show you what's after the Queen of Swords. Because you're standing up for yourself. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be cutting out what doesn't serve you. And then it's when you can come back into this unconditional loving of the Queen of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful, Anna. Yes. What's, Queen of Cups, what's being illuminated is that all of this, it's good fortune, which we, under the circumstances, whatever you call that. But good fortune, it can be money, you know, all the good things, abundance in all ways. Yep. I love this, I love this, I love this for you. Anna, this is powerful. I wanted to see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3. 3 major arcana. I've got 2 aces. There's some big stuff here though, big stuff. Yeah, so when you, again, I just feel like you're so, this is in the process of happening now. You're in the middle of it, of changing this and becoming stronger and becoming independent. And it's going to happen fast. I can't say that enough. Let me see. Crow's here. Hey, Crow. Let's see what... Crow's also a reader. I love the Queen... Or intuitive. Because... I love the Queen of Swords because it's like one hand offers peace. Yes. Come and come and talk to me. Yes. Let me hear what you have to say. And the other sword, each person approaching decides which they get. Exactly. Exactly. Come and state your case. I'm open to hearing what you have to say. Correct. Yes. I mean, this is just so beautiful. So, Anna, you just have to hold on, sweetheart. Hold on. Spirit is saying justice is here. Justice is here. I don't feel like this is future. I think you're in it right now. Because of this, this is saying you are becoming it right now. And this is happening fast. I can't say that enough. I keep wanting to say that. Oh, I know. Aren't they fabulous? They are such a fabulous group of people. I'm so blessed to have such good viewers and moderators and all the good peeps here. You are very welcome. And I know, because you read tarot, that you know I was giving you the straight up here. That's why I wanted to show you every card here. I'm not making this up. Even though I know the story, this is not me making up something just to make you feel better. I want you to know that. Well, apparently I have, Crow. I am so blessed. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Oh, Tatiana, that's so sweet. Thank you. What you make this community. People like you make this community. I'm just one person showing up, but wow, I'm every time I get on here, I'm so overwhelmed by how so many of those beautiful, sincere people that are here. And I'm getting, you know, Misha's told me this before, that this is different, and I don't know. I'm just me. I'm just coming out here being me, and it's hard for me to have perspective. But what I'm hearing from people that come here is that this community is different in that way. And that's what I love, and that's what I'd like to build more of, is people who... Let's build our tribe around support, and gosh, we so need it. And like I said, we all take turns, right? We all need it. So Anna, I'm sending you a great big giant squishy hug, and I will reach out to you tomorrow, because I just need to, maybe I just need to hear your voice. Maybe I just need to hear your voice. I hope that helps, sweetie. I do, I do. I wish I could give you a screenshot of this, but I'd make everybody dizzy moving my camera around. I love you. Don't you forget that, Anna. No, really, I do. Y'all, she's like an adopted daughter to me. I love her to pieces. And a very special person. Hugs to you. Squishy hugs. Oh, okay. I'm receiving those hugs. All right, I'm going to put my special deck back. Oh, Tatiana, you are so sweet. Thank you, love. Thank you very much. I just don't see any point in being anything but me, you know? I mean, there's just, sooner or later, that's going to catch up. I don't know if it was AI generated because you just can't tell anymore, but there was some clip that showed up in my feed about an influencer, a young woman influencer who she was in court, and some young man who had made a video, and she'd purportedly stolen it, and then she got like 12 million views and whatever. And she was saying, but because I posted it, I got all the, but he created the content. So all that is to say, in the end, she lost and she had to pay the young man money. But my point is, sooner or later, if you're not genuine, it catches up to you. Karma's going to find you. And whether you're just here trying to be entertaining and that's not really who you are, I don't know. I know there are creators who do that. And sure, you get more followers, but I'm funny. I have a great sense of humor. It's just not the way I'm going to be here on YouTube. I mean, I'm just going to be me. I don't know how else to be, y'all. But it's nice to be appreciated. And I can't say that enough. So thank y'all very much. Oh, you saw that one too. That was the one I saw. Yes, $12,000. She sure did. But again, you know, I don't know if that's real or somebody just, you know, with AI, they can make up anything now. Oh, Crow. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I do. I absolutely do. Good Lord, we need more people like that in the world, don't you think? We need more people who, and that's how we're going to change the planet. I'm not saying I'm taking that on as a personal mission, but the more people wake up to their intuition, the more divine guidance they're going to get from within. The more they're going to be aligned with good things. And isn't that how we change the planet? The more awakened people become. So it's a no-brainer to me. Can you tell? I'm not even Italian. Look how I talk with my hands. Hey, Chris. A big warm welcome from, I think that jumped right when I was about to read it. New York, Long Island. New York, Long Island. Hey, Jay, I got to take this off. That's bugged me. How you doing tonight, love? I know, Crow. So many of them, they want to think they're right and their way's the way, and I don't feel that way. I think I heard this wonderful quote from supposedly a nun. I didn't hear it firsthand. But she said she believed that there is many paths to heaven as there are people. And I really believe that. I think we all have to find our own way. And I don't think there's just one way. So, and I'm still learning. I told y'all, my cup is empty. I want to come out here with an empty cup too. So y'all teach me and I learn. And, you know, it's the way I think it should be in the world. That's just me, though. All right, now I know Lena had, let me see if Lena's question was on PayPal. Let me come over here one second. Let me refresh that. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I was already logged in. It wants me to log in again. Glasses are required. Okay, so it doesn't look like you posted a question, Lena. over here. So, oh, there you are. I see. Whoa, it's moving too fast. The system froze. Did it? Yeah, well, my PayPal froze for a second, too. So, here we go. I see your question now. Well, that's good. I'm glad to know you have done work on yourself and you're not just starting that journey. That's awesome. And Lena, if you don't know, I talk a lot here on my channel about law of attraction. So, what do you want? The big question is, what do you want? It's already given. Whatever you want, it's already given. That's the way the universe works. It's important, though, that you get clear about that, right? And then it's important that you do the work. Speaking of work, that's what made me think of it. To be sure you're in alignment with that thing that you want. So with that in mind, let's ask what deck for you. Okay, we're going to use the Light Seer deck. All right, what's coming toward Lena? You said love and romance, though, right? Let me see. Yeah, love in the future. Okay. Okay. Oh, Cry, you're funny. Aren't they that I can't believe I get to meet them this weekend. I'm so psyched. I get to meet the boys. Misha's special boys. All right, please tell me what's coming toward Lena in romance and love, please. Now, Lena, this is just a potential. I have to always say that. I'm so sorry. It's that time of night. It starts happening. So the way that this works for me is this is just a check-in on your timeline, okay? I'm not telling the future here. I'm just saying if you continue on your current trajectory, this is what might show up for you, the potential of what will show up for you. But you can change it. You're a powerful creator. You're not shy away from working on yourself. I heard that. So whatever this says, know that you can change the outcome if you want. I know this deck's not being very forthcoming yet. Well, I think in the past, you've been disappointed. You might be feeling a little apathetic about love in general because of those disappointments, right? Now, Lena, tarot often gives me the backstory before it, gives me the comment, and I feel like this is very much backstory because we've got disappointment, we've got Seven of Swords in reverse. This can talk about making amends but ultimately that's making amends because there was deception, all right? And you're over that. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to engage with that. I don't want anything to do with that. I just want to that's a heavy burden. I just want that to be in the past. That's what I'm feeling that's saying. Well, Crow, I don't think that's helped either if you've got blinders up. You know what, y'all? If you're loving yourself, if you're filling your own cup first, you don't need to worry about that. You will attract people who are more healthy. Thank you, Mish. Unless you just need a timeout, right? You are wanting balance. Spirit's also saying, be patient. I know this happened, but look, we're trying, meaning Spirit, we're trying to get things balanced for you. Change is a-coming. Lena, change is a-coming. Change is a-coming, and look who it's bringing with it. Yeah, indeed. Oh, you're talking about that situation. I got you, Crow. Sorry, I shouldn't have made assumptions. Lena is saying yes. That's exactly what happened. Okay, well, thank the tarot deck. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what it looks like. Let me get in one or two more before I say anything. I tried with the Scorpion man, but he wasn't ready, and so I moved on. I deserve the world because I know my worth. Preach it, preach it, preach it, sister. Amen. It's all about that. I always say here that most people don't realize relationships show us where we're wounded, where we need to heal, and where we are healed. Alchemist, that is, thank you. That's a very unique, and I'll just say thank you for that. I love that. Yes, well, much appreciated. And you don't need to understand this for me to know that's a compliment. Thank you. We're just doing a little check-in on the timeline for one of my viewers here. Yeah, this is just still past energy, Lena. You got some kind of communication here, probably this past situation, and it's just put you up in your head to the point where you've been experiencing pretty much analysis paralysis. And we're talking about romance. Yep, analysis paralysis, overthinking. And you said, no, maybe I don't really want to offer my cup. Maybe I don't really want to be emotionally vulnerable. I think, I'm just going to keep walking away from, this was an ending. I'm just going to keep walking. Keep on walking away from these spilled cups, but I'm going to walk toward what I want, my son, my happiness. And what you want is somebody who's stable, right? You want this King of Pentacles. He's, first of all, the committing kind. He knows how to manage money well. He's probably got money. Yeah. But more than, stability is the main thing I associate with the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so put an end to that, walking away, want to go and find this. I want to find the justice in my life. I'm doing that. I'm going this direction. I'm going to have this happiness, this stable home. I'm going to find the person, the kids, the family. I'm going to have victory here because, like you just said, I know my worth. Now, all right. Now, I'm going to put these back, and we're going to try again because I felt like that was the backstory. So let's get to future now, please, Tarot. Potential future, although I like that last part. I think that was future. But But let's see if it wants to say anything else for us. Okay. What is coming toward Lena? We know the backstory. Thank you very much. What's new? What new is coming toward Lena in the future? Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Keep hope alive. Wishes and dreams coming true. Healing. You know you're not an option. Yep. You know that. There's another way I can read. I'm going to see what else comes out. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, let's see here now. Got like 2 cards. Hey, Shani in Louisiana. Oh, Desi, goodbye. I thought you was hanging, I can't talk, Mercury retrograde, saying good night. So thanks for being here, Desi. I so appreciate you helping out. All right, all right, all right, all right. Coming towards you. Something that you've wished for. Something that you wish for. It might have left you confused, or future might leave you confused, like I don't know what to do, because you're either fearing this thing is going to make you unhappy, or this could be something from your past, someone from your past. I don't really have those cards here though, so I think this is just your own inner fear probably saying, yeah, but I got hurt last time, it might hurt again, so I'm not sure I want to collaborate, I'm not sure I want to do that. So this is like a heads up. This is a heads up, Lena. But let me keep going here. You're being reminded, remember this came out? You're being reminded that Spirit, God, the universe, is working to balance things out for you. Now, if you've been in isolation, I think it's time to come out. Because first of all, you can't meet anybody. Now, if you haven't been in isolation, this could be saying maybe you might need to take a time out to go in, to get inspiration from above, so to speak. That's what the hermit does. He retreats into the cave. That's what this lantern represents. Inspiration, guidance, divine inspiration. Now, this could be talking about somebody who's coming towards you. Also, I can't not say that. I don't have a person here yet. That's why I'm hesitant to say that, and I'm reading it more like it's probably talking about you, and maybe you've been hermiting. I think you're feeling like, well, maybe I didn't listen to my intuition before. Or this can be saying what was hidden is now being illuminated, being shown. And it could be about, now this can be a person. Usually it's queens or kings represent people. But the emperor can be a person too. You could be this emperor. So I got 2 messages. Either you, Spirit is saying maybe you need to take a time out to go in and reflect. what is coming to the light that's being revealed is that you have the power to be this emperor, that you are making authoritative choices and decisions in your life. Future, we're talking future. So maybe you've been in this funk down here, and you were in this period of pulling back, and now you're coming out of it here. Spirit's saying, yeah, but you need to own your power again, right? Make good decisions. Now, if this wasn't you and you weren't the one, then this could potentially be talking about someone else who does that, maybe ghost you or something, because they weren't listening to their intuition, because they wanted to control the situation. So that could be saying there's somebody here, and that, you could be telling me, well, I don't want to collaborate with somebody like that. Of course I don't. Let's see what else is here. Again, I don't have the card that tells me this is somebody from the past, but it could remind you of someone from your past. If this is a new person coming in, it could remind you of somebody from the past who did not give to you equally. And Spirit's saying, be strong, be strong. Guess what came back? I know you were disappointed in the past. I know this hurt and broke your heart. Maybe somebody was not dependable, was in and out. Somebody might have abandoned you. If unless, again, I don't have, this is somebody wanting to come in out of the cold, though. Let me keep going here. Ah, Crow, thank you for saying that. Y'all, thank you so much, everybody. So good to me. What else? What else? What else for Lena? Oh, I love that. Yes. I really think this is talking about you, and you're not sending off in the comments, so you're not giving me any feedback if this has been you or not. This is where you're headed, though. Absolute happiness. Oh, my goodness, look at this. Happiness, because guess what's coming here? This is the solid family, solid home. Oh, wait, here you are. Let's see. It won't surprise me if the last one's to come back. But that's over. I know what I want. And you're certain, yes, I'm secure with myself. Amen, amen. That's why I kept feeling like I was leaning that this was you. I keep feeling like that's more your energy. Yeah, that you've taken a time out. Yeah, and this is what's your inner power, your inner authority is what's coming out now. Yeah, you know what you want. You know what happiness you want. That's what's coming. I love that for you. And thank you for the feedback there. That helps. Okay. So this is just telling me that you're going in the right direction, kind of claiming your power back, healing and claiming your power back. Yep, I'm loving that for you. Yeah, yep. You're walking away from this ending. You're saying no more, no mas, no mas. You're transforming. Ooh, I love that. Oh, yeah. Cutting out what doesn't serve you. Getting in touch with your feelings again. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Lena. Yeah, I mean, it's just helpful sometimes. Like when I'm at a crossroads and I'm not sure if that's you or somebody else, that helps. But I kind of felt like that was you anyway. I just don't like it when people say, I want a reading, they pay for it, and then they leave. thinking they're going to come back and watch it later. No, this is an interactive thing. I like people to be here in the live. That's just the way I like it. I feel like I can help better and probably more accurate too when I can interact. What else do you want to tell Lena what's coming, please and thank you? Crows. I knew you meant crows. Yes. Communication. Yeah, and that's also within your own mind. You know, crows talk about communication, and yes, crow is talking about crows and transformation. But it not only means in your life, but it means inside your own way of thinking. You're taking your own high ground here. Yep. I have worked hard to get up here on this pinnacle, and I'm not giving it away. Aw, thank you, Lena. This is my third time you had done a reading, and I'm very pleased. Oh, I didn't know. No, I didn't. Because I was just saying earlier, I do a good bit, and I don't always remember them. For the readings, I try. Usually I can kind of remember the handle, but it's a lot when, you know, people coming through here. So thank you. I actually love it when people say that. Yeah, I've been here before, but thank you so much for letting me know that. What else is coming toward Lena? I think that one wants to come out, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Look. The Hierophant. Oh, yes. Now, this is another card, I think, of you getting divine inspiration. It talks about tradition, doing things a traditional way. I think, A, that's what you want, and B, you're getting more inspiration about how to get there. This talks about a traditional kind of commitment, committed relationship too. Which I think is what you want. Does those want to come out? I think they do. Let's see. Yeah, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, yeah. You're saying, I'm done. I have surrendered. Well, yeah, I'm done getting a new perspective. I'm done getting a new perspective. I've been working on myself. I think at some point you weren't willing to surrender maybe to some things that you needed to do, or maybe that could be thinking, changing, you know, how you think about something. But I feel like, because this card came out in reverse, I don't usually read it that way, but it feels like to me you're saying, I'm done getting a new perspective. It can also, because it's next to this, be saying divine guidance is coming in to help you change and get this new surrender, help you surrender to this new perspective, which could be saying the new perspective is that there are people out there who can make you happy and who won't do this, you know, nonsense. And so therefore, you're getting a passionate new beginning. Ta-da! Yeah. Passionate new something or other is coming your way. And you're putting, this is the end of the journey here of this nonsense back here. Wait, is that the, wait a minute, I put my glasses on. Is that the world or the wheel? Oh, it is the wheel. Even better, actually. The wheel, this talks about good fortune coming to you. It can also talk about fate. You know, we're always somewhere on the wheel. either at the top, experiencing good fortune, or at the bottom. And this is upright, so you're about to get a new passionate beginning of something coming into your life, and it's going to be very good fortune for you. Ooh, I like that. Thank you. Yeah, well, that's what you would like. Well, I know that this whole thing, this is so positive down here. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. Let me see 1 second here. What's going on over here? Yes, that's right. No such thing as coincidence. Mm-hmm. Why did your cards read my words? Because sometimes there's no such thing as coincidence. And I hear quite often that there'll be 2 or 3 people here. I'm doing a reading for someone, and people are saying, but that's my story. That's exactly my story. So you could just be on the same timeline that this person is on, so you're experiencing the same story, but so the reading can be for you too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I don't really, this is, I sort of said I don't need to read anymore. I think the cards are starting to repeat here. Yeah, you've, I love it. You've learned the lesson that you needed to learn back here, whatever that was, and I think it had to do with your self-worth and owning your power again. Yes, I really feel that way. You've learned that lesson, and here it comes again. I'm walking away from those things, those spilled cups back there. I'm going to focus on me and my good fortune, and, you know, maybe somebody like a King of Pentacles that might be coming my way. Yep. You're saving your money toward, you may even be saving your money toward a house. Yep. No more tolerance for things that are not people who are not going to balance out, give you equal give and take. Yep. Love it, love it, love it. This is very positive, and I especially love how it ended here on this note of something passionate new coming in. Something exciting coming your way. And we asked, when you're doing a reading, you have to always keep it in the perspective of the question you ask. Now, I would have expected an Ace of Cups to come out if it was a new person, a new relationship. But because of the question we ask, what's coming towards you in love and romance, this could be someone that you feel very passionate about that's coming in. That could absolutely be that. I'm loving this. I love it. You want to buy a house that, oh, yes. Yep. Well, I think you're going to get it. It's saying you're saving up. Yep. It's saying you're saving up. Yep. Wow, Lena, this is so positive. Yep, leaving all that gnarly nonsense in the past. Yep. Going towards something wonderful. I have to say that there's a little touch here of, and this is not, I don't talk about religion here because I think everybody needs to have what works for them in terms of religion. But I do feel like there's a message here about talk to who or whatever you believe in. Pray about it. Pray about things. Talk to them. Tell them what you want. Be clear about it. Maybe even a little bit about having more acceptance for that part of your existence. More acceptance of trusting that. Yeah. Anyway, That's what I have for you, Lena. I think this is wonderful. It's looking very, very good. Looking very good. Again, love ending on that note for you. And wait a minute, I gotta put my glasses on here. Now, I've never noticed this, so you know, I'm an artist, but I don't try to interpret what other people's meanings are for their art. But I also feel like this card can sometimes talk about an aha moment, divine inspiration, a download kind of almost. And I'm drawn to, now I suppose this is an interpretation of, I don't know, her hair or something, but it reminds me of like a net, like a fisherman would have a net, right? Like I'm catching all that goodness, I'm catching all those good ideas, I'm catching all that good inspiration, I'm capturing it, I'm going to bring it here into my my experience here in the 3D. I'm loving that, loving that, loving it. Okay. Lena, I hope that helps, honey. I feel like that's such a wonderful, positive reading. Come back, please, and let me know. I'm curious about what this is. What or who this is. She just looks so peaceful, doesn't she? Look, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, letting that come on into my world. Yeah, I love that for you. Oh, awesome. Good. I'm glad to hear that. A little faith does not hurt, ever. And the more you believe it, the more you're likely to see it. And I like, Lena, you know, I think the best way to pray, because it talks to God in a way that confirms you have faith, but it also works with the law of attraction. A lot of people think praying should be pleading. I don't agree with that. I think praying should be thanking God. So I thank God for my new house. I thank God for my new relationship. I thank God for this new inspiration I have. I thank God for the new ideas and the new positivity that's in my life. You know, things you have and things you don't have. Be grateful, sure. Thank Him for those. But also thank Him for things that you're wanting. It shows faith that you know it's already given to you. So I think that's a powerful way to pray. Oh, I love that. Yeah, Crow said, almost seems to me to relight the inner flame of intuition and self. I like that interpretation. I like that. Do you do that too, Tatiana? See, I just think it's such a positive, like I say, it's a twofer. You're affirming that you believe it's already given to you and that you have that kind of faith. That's how I do it. All right, Lena, thank you so much. I so appreciate you purchasing and reading tonight, and especially because you're a repeat. I love that. Thank you. I feel honored. And that's a hard one. Now, you're telling me how spiritually awakened you are, that you can say, and I also give thanks for the tribulations. That's so true, because it's not easy, but, you know, we all go through them here. It's just part of the human experience. But they always teach us something, don't they? There's so much learning and growth if we can just surrender to that. It's better than complaining. Amen. Complaining just gets you more of what you're complaining about, doesn't it? That's exactly right. Oh, I like that idea. My prayers are conversational and unique to my relationship with God. I love that. Yes. Awesome. You are very welcome, Lena. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Again, it's my pleasure to read for you, and I appreciate you coming back. And I'm wishing you many blessings. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to have to get more water. Excuse me. I love that. Yes, 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 Tatiana. You sound like you belong here in our tribe. Amen. Yep, yep. Got to think positively. My tagline here is get busy getting happy. You know, because that changes your vibration. That attracts all kinds of good things. That's right. Get positive. Amen. And it does come back to you. Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. I got you, Crow. I got you. I got your message. Yeah, I need to drink a little bit more. We had a really good workout today, and I have not hydrated enough. I love that, Tatiana. Awesome. Well, if you want to go deeper, I actually do have a membership tribe. It's called the Soul Tribe. I have 2 levels. It's not very expensive, and we do members-only chats and behind-the-scenes content and members-only videos and all that kind of good stuff. There's a link that's pinned in the description box. Of course, if you're on an iPhone, or I think maybe an Android, but anyway, if you're on a phone, it won't work. It has to be on a computer or on an iPad, or whatever the comparable to an iPad would be. Let me close this blind 1 second. People are walking their dogs out there, and I'm sitting up in them. What is that woman doing up there? Oh, you do? ESPN. I have not missed ESP. ESP. Sorry. It took me a second to catch up, Crow. I get it now. Yeah, ESPN2. Yes, you do. Oh, no. Oh. I think you're going to manifest something better, Tatiana. Well, I love that. Yes, yes. And get to see me learn about ruins. Crow's going to teach me about ruins. Tatiana, be patient. Be patient through this. Yeah. Keep focusing on things that you love so you can manifest more of it. And I was talking about your job situation. Don't do this. Don't be up in your head. Know that you're a powerful creator and you can manifest something even better. Even better. Well, Crow, I don't think I have any other person waiting at the moment. What do you want to know about tarot? We can have a lesson right here. What do you want to know about tarot? Well, that Temperance card says wait. Yes. It says wait. Be patient. Well, not necessarily wait, but it says be patient. Yeah. That the universe is working on something for you. Okay, guys. So If you want a reading, please let me know that. Or if you have a question, any kind of a general metaphysical, esoteric, spiritual question, or if Crow has a question about tarot, because Crow wants to learn tarot and he's going to teach me ruins. I don't know if I can pronounce the names of the ruins. That has always been, I'm kind of joking, but not. They have some unusual names. I think I can learn them, though. I think I can. Oh, yes. Amen to that. And like Winnie the Pooh says, the best things in life are free. I want to get that t-shirt. You know, I love the Life is Good t-shirts, and that's one of theirs. They have Winnie and, what's it? I don't know, two characters. It's not Eeyore. What was Winnie and I can't remember the other one. Anyway, they're walking, and that's one of the sayings on that one. Miss Manu, did you change your handle? Were you Manu that was here last? Piglet, thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. Piglet, that's exactly what it is. Yep. I was trying to remember. Yep. And they're you just see their backs and they're walking away and kind of. Anyway, I love it. So it's on my list. I've got like 4 or 5 I want to get. I love their t-shirts. Well, the ones that say something that's meaningful to me. Anyway. Yes, that is true. And let me read that out loud in case somebody who is watching this later doesn't see the chat. Crow says, is it true that the major arcana in tarot decks tell the story of the Fool and their progression through life? Yes, that is exactly right. And then the minor arcana talk about, oh, and the major arcana are things that are lessons and trials and tribulations and victories that are given by the divine, so to speak, out of our hands, whereas the minor arcana are everyday, men and human to human interactions and challenges that we have. They are not as pivotal as the things that happen in the major arcana, in a reading and generally speaking. Great question. Really great question. Just trying to think of a, yeah. Yes, it is the story of the fool's journey. In other words, a human being born, it's a metaphor for a human being born and going through life and all the kind of things that you can experience on that journey until you get to the end, which is the world card, the end of the journey. And when the fool gets to the end of the journey of the world card, then if they've evolved, they get to come back, but at a higher level. And if they're not evolved, they get to come back. They just have to repeat it. That's the story of reincarnation and karma, isn't it? So, anyway, Tigger or Piglet now? I'm confused. Is it Pooh? Winnie the Pooh and... No, it wasn't Tigger. It's the little bitty one. I think it was Piglet. Well, at least the t-shirt I'm thinking of anyway. I think Tigger is in some of them, but... Yeah, Piglet's the one I'm thinking about. Y'all must have seen the shirt that I'm thinking about. Yeah. Great question, Crow. What else you got for me? And it's important that, and I've talked about this before, I think with you, maybe not. I think it's good to learn the archetypal meanings, to start with a basic deck like the Rider-Waite. and learn the traditional archetypal meanings. But it's even more important, I think, to be cultivating your intuition. And you already have one that you've been cultivating, which is awesome. So that being said, if you get different decks, then while you know the archetypal meaning of the card, the artwork might give you an additional message because the artwork in decks are different. I was just going to see if there's one here that epitomized that. If I could lay my hands on it real quick, but it might take a minute. Adia saying, I have also learned different ways to read. For instance, the Five of Wands can be conflict, can also be broken down to the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Yes, depending on the story being told, yes. And the Five of Wands can be people training, like martial artists train. It can be perfecting that, right? But it's really about how the card speaks to you. Like, you would probably really love this deck because it does have a lot of the crows in it. This is the Light Seer deck. I think this is one of the best. Let me show you these two for comparison's sake. Just because there are other people watching who might be interested in this. Let's see, you've also heard that a 7 card, wait a minute, yes or no. Hey, Miss Manu, thank you so much. I will do your reading right as soon as I finish this little conversation here. I've also heard that in a 7 card yes or no reading that the major arcana can outweigh the other cards in the reading. That's true in any reading. In my opinion, that's true in any reading. They always have more weight than the minor arcana. They tell what's going on sort of for the soul's journey, whereas the minor arcana talks about, again, the day-to-day life stuff. That's how I think of it. You can also combine oracle and moonology, etc. to fill in the details. Well, yeah, I love that. Real quick, I just wanted to show you, this is just one example, because, again, I think there are other people watching who might find this interesting. Let me find it real quick. Oh, that's another good one. And I'll show you what I mean. Bear with me, y'all. Yeah. For example, in the Light Seer deck, now, depends on the reader. The Death card means things need to end so that new things can begin. But it means change and transformation. So, I mean, look at the difference between the artwork and these are both the Death card. This is the Light Seer, and this is, what's that called? That's called the Astromatrix. So you could really, I think, see how this would be an ending with, this is, you know, a bright new day and looking out toward the horizon, towards something new, versus this one just kind of look, I mean, I know this represents a character, but still. That one's a little bit more doom and gloom. So that's an example. And, oh yeah, one more. Let me show you one more here that's a good example, and then I'm going to get on here to Miss Manu's reading. This is one of the better examples, actually, now that I think of it, of the difference. Just a second here. Take me just a minute. Let me find him. Which you know would be like the last one. The Devil card. Look at the difference in these two. I love Steve, who has a channel called Steve's Love Tarot, and he's really smart and irreverent and funny. And anyway, he talks about this guy being, this is a guy that shows up at the party with the Trans Am, and the fifth of whiskey in the back seat. Come on, baby, come on, you're mine, and you're coming home with me, or something. I'm making that up, but I mean, look at the difference in these two cards. This is the same card, just different decks. And so you can see how, as a reader, you could get a whole other storyline about what the interpretation of that card might mean in a given situation. So anyway, I hope somebody out there found that interesting besides Crow. I know he did. You are very welcome. Oh goodness, it is 6:18 in India. My friend I picked up to the airport today. Well, she wasn't coming back from India, but she is Indian. She's from India. Her family's from India. You are welcome, Crow. Hey, Crochet Queen, good to see you again. You went on a mini vacation. I'm going on one this weekend. Watch the flame of a candle in a room with no moving air, AC, and see. Oh, that's one of the ways you can tap in, Adia. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, wait. Oracle, oh yeah, Spirit Rise, Pendulums, Coffee Charms, yeah. It's in that, you're making a point that I bring up often. These are just tools. You can use any of those things. It's the reader who's the magic sauce, so to speak. It's the reader who interprets the message. So that is important. It's the quality of that reader. Anyway, okay, let me get up here to Miss Mano's question. Okay, I'm asking for Miss Mano. She wants to know if the dream will come true, basically, that she will pass her civil exam in 2025. Okay, we will ask. Let's see what. Okay. What deck, please, for Miss Manu? What deck? Okay. We'll see what this one has to say. Oh, I'm a little bit envious of that, Aviva. Not really, of course, not seriously, but I just don't dream that much, or I don't remember my dreams. Everybody dreams. I just don't remember them that much. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, well, there you go. That's different. The twin flame thing, that's different for sure. Eesh. Okay, asking for Miss Mano, please. We want to know if Miss Mano will pass the exam in 2025. Please and thank you. And I have to tell you, Miss Manu, I don't know if you're the same Manu that I've been reading for because the handle's different. But you will if you believe you will. I believe in the law of attraction here, and I talk about that a lot on my channel. So you've got to start telling the story like, oh man, I did so good on that test. It's my best one I've taken yet. I am even impressed with myself. It's fabulous how well I did on that test. I answered all the questions. I knew the questions. I didn't hesitate. I did fabulous. I nailed it. You know, start telling the story, the end result like you want it to be. Because right now I feel, sensing you, your energy is you've got a lot of fear around it. And I understand why. That's logical. I'm not saying that as a criticism. I'm just saying I feel the fear. And if you stay in that place of fear, you're going to manifest more of things to be afraid of. You're going to, you know, you're not going to get the outcome you want. That's all I'm saying. Okay, which way do you want me to go here? Okay. Oh, that's lovely, Crochet Queen. Oh, this looks good. That would be a yes. Now let's see what the message is. You might be spoiled for choice. You might be spoiled for choice. But here's the thing, don't, and I'll tell you a little example of this. Well, Ro, that's a great question. I'm gonna come back to you just one second, Miss Manu. Ro says, I worry about how to tell. Wait, don't take that one away. Oh, wrong one. To tell a real reader from a fake one. That's okay, Ro. I didn't mind that comment. And that's a legitimate question. I think it's a legitimate question. I think you watch them and see, you know, there are very well-intentioned people here on YouTube that only read cards. I mean, that's a talent. Not many people read cards, so I won't take that away from them. And I'm certainly never going to say I'm better than anybody. I'm not, period. There are so many people who are better readers than I am. But the best way is probably just listen, you know, see if you feel a connection with them. If you listen to 2 or 3 of their readings, do you feel connected to the message? Use your intuition. That's, I think, the best way. Oh, thank you, Ro. I do appreciate your consideration because I get some nasty stuff in here, you might imagine. But no, I didn't take it offensive. I mean, it's a legitimate thing. It really is. So back to Manu. Manu, again, this is a message about you're feeling restless, and you may be over studying, and that's a thing. And I was going to tell you, when I took my first martial arts black belt exam, I overtrained. I was training 7 days a week, and there's also a verbal part of this test. It's not just physical. And not only that, but the head of our organization, all the way from Canada, was coming down. I had to test in front of him. And I was helping out with some renovation things around the dojo and redoing the ladies' dressing room. I was, meanwhile, raising 2 teenage sons and, you know, a husband and family. And I was not giving myself any break. And so by the time I should have taken a few days off, or maybe even a week before the test, but instead I was pushing and pushing and pushing, and I didn't do as well. And my sensei, after the test, I mean, I passed, but sensei told me later, he said, you passed because I know you're way, way, way better than you showed us today. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a thing in my throat again. So they're showing me that story because that might happen to you if you're not careful. So it's a caution here to not overdo it. Yes, train, learn, but don't burn out. Yeah, this can be disregard for consequence. So don't burn your mind out on that. In fact, I would say with the training and learning and studying, I mean, that you have to do for this exam, I would say build in some intermittent creative things. That is a really nice break in the energy. Even if it's just, I mean, I don't know if you are creative. Even if it's buying an adult coloring book and coloring, it shifts your brain from left brain to right brain, and it can really help you shift your energy in so you're not just burning out with this process. That might be kind of a secret for you to help get you through this and do better on this exam. I love that. Yep. Doing a little self-care, a little self-love, like doing, like I said, creatively, doing something creative. That can give you mental clarity. I love it when tarot backs me up. Yeah, that can give you mental clarity. Yep. Because you're right now, I feel so much fear in your energy. Fear being left out, not succeeding, fear failing. See is now, they want to say anything else for you. I needed to clean these before I got on here, these glasses. I didn't remember. I know, I love that about Crow too. He is so optimistic. A++ for that. Anything else you'd like to tell Miss Manu? And find something that can help you. I said creativity and something creative, and I'm sticking with that. But sometimes even playing different music, happier or peaceful music or something, just to kind of switch your brain again and relax you a little bit. Meditate and visualize yourself passing the test with flying colors. You know, they've done studies, if y'all didn't know this, this years and years ago. They did a study where they took two separate groups of people. And one group, I think it was basketball was the sport, they had them go out and practice for a certain amount of time every day shooting hoops. And then the second group, they didn't practice. They had them sit down and visualize shooting hoops successfully for the same amount of time. Brought them back into the basketball court. The people who visualized it did better than the people who actually practiced. So use that as a tool. Were you at a concert? Are you talking about literally crowd surfing, Liza? How cool. Yeah, I'm with Adia. That is awesome. But what concert? I missed it. I missed what concert you were at. Let me see. Okay. What else do you want to tell Miss Manu, please? I feel like that one wanted to come out. Yeah, you're prone to moodiness. You need more self-compassion, specifically as it applies to this exam study. Oh, at a show you hosted. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Liza. I love watching your clips. I really do. I live vicariously. All right, anything else you want to tell Manu, please? Maybe not. Okay, I'll turn them over and see anything this way. Anything else you'd like to tell Manu, please? I guess that's it, Manu. Oh, wait. I think I got a flipper here. Wait. Thought I had a flipper. No? Really? Guess not. Nope. Okay, 2 more shuffles. Looks like that's it. Tara says, I have spoken, and that's that. Except, I mean, I have to say, yeah, you've lost your confidence. Understandable. I know, understandable. This is a card of self-doubt and lack of confidence, insecurity, weakness. Again, talking about self-care could be a big issue for you. Now, I can't, lack of inner joy, yeah, unhappy. This can literally contribute to you why you're not doing well. You've got negative, I can feel it, you've got negative thinking. And again, if I had taken the test and I had not succeeded like you had, I would have that too. It's human nature. But you've got to find a way to shift that. And as I've mentioned, I think positive thinking, start telling the story like you want it to be. I always love, I talk about it every time, Abraham Hicks, learning how law of manifestation works in your favor, educating yourself about that, Manu, because I really feel like there's an element here of you self-sabotaging because of your thinking, and it keeps coming out in the cards. So that's got to be very important here. It wouldn't keep showing up. Your lack of confidence. You know, that's a mental construct, your lack of confidence. And you're starting, it's affecting you. So you're starting, I'll never find balance. I'll never get what I want in life. I'm unhappy. You're not listening to your intuition anymore. You're starting to think maybe you just should give up and walk away. Yeah, I mean, you want this, but you're disappointed. So I think that needs to be your homework, is to go home and work on that, your positive thinking and affirmations, and again, telling the story like you want it to be. So, Manny, that's what I have for you tonight. It says yes, if you do those things. Yes is the answer, though, ultimately. So, all righty, that's what I have for you, Manu. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, anyone else want a reading before I call it a night? Get me now. Probably won't be here this weekend. Okay, EA, you do have to pay for the reading. It's not free. Yeah, no, there's no spider in my wall. Sorry, too many people tried that one on me. And if there was, I'd just say, hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm not going to be that shrieking person. Yes, Crow, do tell me a quote. My favorite one? Yes, absolutely. I'd love to hear your quote. Do you know the one that has lingered with me more than any other recently, and I've used it a number of times here, is the one about if you're not changing, you're choosing. That one just haunts me. It's so true, but in a good way. It motivates me is what I mean. It motivates me. Josiah tarot cards are a way that we can check in to see basically a trajectory for someone and what's going on for them. Jay, you can buy a reading. It's $15 on PayPal or $20 on the Super Chat. And how you do that is you go down to the very bottom right of your screen, and there's a little rectangle that has a little $sign in it. If you touch that, it'll open up a little box, and it'll have a little bar. I think it's blue. Anyway, you can move the dot back and forth till you get to the $20 mark. That's how you do it. Okay, the quote is, Chief Dan George, if you speak to the animals, you will know them, and they will know you. If you do not speak to the animals, I know, to be continued, because you only have so many characters. Oh, thank you, Jay and EA both. Okay, thank y'all for those super chats. Okay, here we go. Jay, and put you down. And EA. Okay. Let me, I have to, on the edge of my seat, I have to wait till the rest of the quote, though. I'm intrigued. And they will not know you, and you will fear them. Man destroys what they fear. Oh, God. That's heart-wrenching and so true. So true. And I wanted to say, and they will not know you, and you will fear them, and they will fear you. Don't you think? Maybe? Jess. Okay. Thank you, Jess. I love that, people. I know people want to be anonymous here, but I like it. It helps me actually get more tuned into your energy if I know your name. That's a beautiful quote, Crow. Like I said, and sadly true. Yes, indeed it is. I was talking to a raccoon 2 nights ago trying to come in. He was, excuse me, and you, Jose. Awesome. Thank you. I love that. Thank y'all. I was sitting in my swing, and I have a very small little courtyard where I have my swing, and I mean, it's small. And the night I was sitting there, I had a mouse run through between my legs, a cat he's cutting through my yard to get to the neighbors, and a juvenile raccoon he came over the fence. I have a little water fountain back there, and I think sometimes they come in for that, but sometimes they just come to say hello. So I had a fun night. It was like everybody wanted to come say hello to Mama Dee that night. It was sweet. Okay, let me see now. Yeah, Jose's first. And let me see what deck. I'm going to wait. What deck for Jose? Might need you to post your question. It's not giving me an answer yet. And then Jess. Yes. Jose and then Jess. Or J and EA as the super chat. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Guys and girl, I think. So sorry. John, which part are you asking? How does what work? Oh, no, what question do you want me? Oh, whatever you want to ask about. Yeah, whatever you want to ask about. What question do you want to know about? Love or career or family, or what do you want to know about? Oh, John, okay. Either there's a link at the top of the description box to PayPal. If you want to pay that way, it's $15, or if you want to just pay here, you go down to that little $sign in the bottom right hand corner, and it's $20 if you're going to pay on here on this platform, because YouTube takes so much. They take 40% plus taxes. Well, it's one question, Jay, so you gotta choose one question. Oh, I need to stretch. Love. Okay. Do you have a specific question, or you want to know what's coming, or do you have a specific? The more narrow you can ask your question, like if you're having a difficult relationships period or something, the more accurate I can get on your answer. Pardon me. Just as an FYI, I picked up this deck, but okay, is this the deck you want me to use? Let me put it down a second. What deck for Jose, please? What deck for Jose? Okay, I kind of sensed that. That's why I said what I did. Okay. What deck for Jay in romance would you like me to use? What deck? Why the debate? Okay. Okay. Okay, so you're asking, basically, you're asking what to expect. You're asking what this person is going to do, like what intentions they have or what their actions might be. Is that what you're asking? No free reading or free question tonight. Crow. Well, her story doesn't have to be yours now. Let's be real. It doesn't have to be. Okay, we're going to ask if I can get this throat thing to stop doing its thing. What are the intentions of Jay's romantic person? Person Jay is thinking about, Jay/Jose. Jose's romantic person. What are their intentions? Please and thank you. Wish I would make your mind up. Been with her for 3 years. Oh, wow. Okay, what are Jay's person's intentions? Well, okay. Jose, I don't know if you were listening the whole time or you just got here, so I'll have to repeat myself. People come and go in the feed. Sometimes tarot gives me the backstory before it answers my question, so you'll have to verify for me if this has already happened, okay? And I feel, okay, this could even be talking about you, but I asked specific, how does that person feel? So, okay. I'm sorry, I got to take that off for a second. It's starting to bug me. I think your person is going through a transformation or has gone through This is the Tower card. This means upheaval. Things that you have no control over happening in your life. Now, when it's in reverse, to me, it means either this has already happened, this can even be a breakup in a relationship reading, or it's an internal tower, like I said, personal transformation. So there's that. Now the next card is the Seven of Wands, which in reverse can talk about giving up. It can also say, I don't want to fight for this anymore. Let me put it that way. I don't want to fight for this anymore. The Page of Wands in the reverse is saying this can be a lack of direction. It can be also procrastination, lack of a spark. Or I'm not even curious about this anymore. Your person may be saying, I've just been at this crossroads for so long, I can't make a decision. I'm stuck, or it's almost like they're saying, lesser of the two evils. In other words, that in the upright, this talks about a crossroads. I've got to make a decision to go right or left. This person is like they're frozen. They can't make a decision, or they have been. So you have, again, let me know if that's past or if that's already happened. Now, your person may also have been holding back emotionally, or just immature, emotionally immature. There could be an age difference here. Also, this person could be younger than you are. Hey, Crow, you want to borrow mine? Okay, Jay's saying, yes, that happened and been happening. I gotcha. Okay, so that's the backstory. I'm going to shuffle. Now that we've got the backstory, I'll shuffle again and ask the question again. So I don't know if this ending has already happened, or they're saying that this might need to happen, or that your person is saying this is what's happening. But the World card denotes an ending because of an injustice. Somebody could have been holding back the truth. They could have been confused, or they could have just straight up not been telling the truth. Somebody was left out in the cold here. There could have been toxic behavior, addictions, something that's been holding you back. Or them. I forget sometimes to... okay. So I want to reshuffle because I do feel like that's more backstory, and I want to now reset. Team, let's reset and get the potential of where this person is going, what their intentions are going forward, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Well, I didn't see that coming. Goodness. I'm going to get some more cards out, but what do they want? They want commitment. They want a home. They see you as a soulmate or even a twin flame. That's my twin flame card. Of course, I have to always say, yeah, and there's been disappointment, regret about this romance. There's love here, But there seems to be, you know, this lacking in a victory means kind of a failure because of this juggling that's been going on, whatever that may involve. That could be job or other things. Wow. All right. What else? What else does this person want? What are the intentions here? Now, if, for example, this person was looking for and wanting commitment and a home and a family and the whole business, and you were not wanting that, and I ask what are her intentions, I think it's a her, intentions, then this could be just saying, well, this is what I wanted, so, or I want. And if you weren't willing to give that, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know that backstory, but let's keep going here. Let's keep going. So intentions, oh my goodness. Well, how's that going to happen then? The intentions are to manifest a new beginning here. These are beautiful cards. The intentions are to manifest a new beginning. Or it's saying, I think, again, forgive me, I can't, you know. I'm guessing here, but I think it's a she that we're talking about here. So correct me, please, if I'm not. You're saying you both wanted that. Okay. You both wanted that. Awesome. But then... well, then what's this about? This is a lack of communication, no forward movement, right? Delays, frustration. Well, I don't know what that's about. Again, I've got this juggling card. This can be anything from juggling another person to, but you would already know that, to balancing decisions, time management, maybe balancing a career with a relationship. Could be, it's a she. Thank you. I was feeling that it was a feminine energy. Well, so what are her intentions? Okay, this is what she wants. This is her intentions, but is she going to do anything about it? What actions might she do? Okay, well, it says she's this is the card of the wounded warrior. You see all these wands? Every one of these wands represents a battle or a disagreement or a point in your relationship where there was a metaphorical battle. But this person is still standing, bandaged, weary, and weakened, but still standing and saying, and holding a wand saying, I think I've got one more try in me, but I don't want any conflict. I don't want any conflict. Okay, let me keep going. All right, what else? Hello, Paul. Hey, honey love, how are you tonight? Crow, are you commenting on this reading or to somebody in the chat about health? Oh, Adia, thank you for the sense of humor. God bless you. I love it. Oh. Resistance is futile. You will be disseminated. You will assimilated by Adia into the Netherlands. Oh, you're funny. Thank you for that laugh. So, yeah. She's saying her confidence has really been destroyed over this, but mainly this is a card of, but I just don't know if I can fight for this anymore. This is, I mean, it's back and forth. Do I have one more battle in me? No, I think I'm too tired. I think I'm exhausted. I don't think I can fight, is one meaning. Another meaning is I'm wounded and battled and war weary, and I don't want to put a wall up anymore. Or she's saying, I'm hoping you're not putting a wall up anymore. Because that can be resistance in putting a wall up when it's in the upright. In the reverse, it's saying, no, no more walls, no more resistance. She's holding on to you. You know, in a love reading, that's what that means for me. Holding on. This reading, okay, Crow. So Crow is also an intuitive, and he's chiming in here to saying that maybe she's having a health issue. You mean her, right, Crow? You know what I'm feeling, Crow, when you said that? I don't know what age you guys are, but there could be like a hormonal thing going, and I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, literally, when your hormones aren't balanced, it's a thing. Believe me, it's a thing. So I'm kind of thinking something like that might be at play. And that can make you all over the ballpark. If you don't know that, Jose, that can make you up one day and down the next. So this is how she's feeling. She's very anxious about the situation, losing sleep over it. In fact, losing sleep over it. It's a thing, isn't it? It is a thing. Well, thank you, Mish. I really don't want to be a big hassle for you, but I'm not going to even say that because I know when I have company, we're Southern ladies, and we do a thing when company's coming. So I'm just going to say thank you in advance for whatever hard work I'm causing you. So in case y'all didn't know, we're having a party this weekend. I have been invited down to Mish, one of my moderators, home, and then Adia, also a moderator, and we're going to get together and have a thing this weekend. I don't know what kind of mischief we're likely to get into, but I'm excited. It's going to be fun, I think. Oh, your kids are keeping you grounded. All right, putting them to work. Oh, you are not painting the walls. Oh, I don't believe it. Maybe washing the walls. Oh, Lord. It will be fine. I am so not worried. I'm very adaptable, Mish. Please don't be making a fuss. I'm very adaptable. You forget I raise boys too. All right, Jose. She's acknowledging that there's disharmony here. Now, what I don't, and acknowledging that I feel like there's, in her mind, y'all are broken up. Is that true? This is a breakup card for me. Oops. All right, hang on. I don't know if you want me to take those or this one. I think we'll take these. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I suspect they keep you in line too. Well, she's acknowledging. I mean, I know I asked what action she might take. I don't see actions right now. I see anxiety. I see a lot of thinking about it. I see a lack of choosing to not communicate right now, Jose. It's almost like she's saying she's losing patience, but honestly, I don't get that that's about you. It's almost just saying an imbalance. This can also mean imbalance, right? Imbalance, extremes. Again, we're going back to what Crow said. I'm wondering if she's, because I'm getting some back and forth stuff here. Either she doesn't really have clarity about what she wants here, which can be, or maybe she does have an imbalance going on. You're saying not right now. Yeah, not. I think you mean communication, not right now. Oh, hey, Miss Manu. Let me put you down. Okay, thank you for that. I'll get to you shortly. She's making plans, trying to make a decision. She may even have travel plans or thinking about taking a trip somewhere of some kind. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, well, making a choice would be, of course. Mish said, also an intuitive, getting that she's irritated. Yes, but what I'm getting is a weird, it's almost a taste like she's not, this is not just about this person. She's not just irritated at Jose. There's something else, an underlying thing. I don't know if that's a past situation. It's almost like her body is, I'm going to have to go with Crow on this, like there's some kind of imbalance, chemical imbalance, hormonal imbalance. It's causing her to be even more agitated and imbalanced here, maybe. She's burnt out and irritated and wants a break from life. Well, I get that. Yeah, that can certainly be the case. And that would be exacerbated if your body physically was out of balance some way. Yeah, and you know what else I just heard? Because I heard Crow's voice in my head, and I've never heard Crow's voice. She also might be dehydrated. That can mess with your brain, too. Give me 3 more cards, please, on how intentions this person. I think she's dwelling on the negative here. I'm going to say that. It looks like she's dwelling on the negative here. So I don't know that she's going to do anything right now but sit in her miserableness. Because another meaning of this card, besides taking a time out because you're not communicating, it does mean taking a time out to heal, but it can, in the reverse, it can also talk about exhaustion, burnout. Here again, you know, substantiating what we're picking up here. She maybe has had some financial loss, but she feels out in the cold in this, as it relates to this relationship. But it now, see, it's saying, I want to come in out of the cold. Maybe she disappointed you. I don't know who disappointed who here, but there's been disappointment. And she, here, let me get one more flower here. You're not broken up. That's good. There's not, yeah, delays. Then this is normally saying y'all not communicating, but then if it's not that, it's talking about frustration, maybe holding off saying something that needs to be said, not communicating with each other in a way that you need to. Then if this is not a breakup, this is talking about some kind of disharmony. Or it can also be talking about, because this card is called the choice in the upright. In the reverse, it can mean indecision, not being able to make a choice. Or fear of making a choice even. What is she fearing here? Thank you, Tia. Let me write you down here. 1 second. Give me one more card, please. Make it clear, because this is clear as mud to me right now. What does she want? She's all over the place. What does she want? Okay, here's what I see. I'm gonna say it like I see it. Your person, Jose, is suffering from a bad case of insecurity. She's lost her confidence. This is someone who is looking for things outside of herself to make her happy. And that means other people, that means you, that means life itself. She is looking for you to behave in a certain way to make her happy, and that's not what makes real happiness. That's the formula for a bad relationship, to be honest. Whether that's romantic or family or whatever. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse can talk about somebody who is selfish, self-centered, jealous, and insecure. It's all about her. And so all of this added up with the back and the forth and this and that. And I don't want to know. I don't know. And poor me. And I'm over here. This is caused by somebody's own doing, this anxiety in that card. This feels like your person is just wanting you to stroke her and tell her it's going to be okay. Tell her that, I don't know, whatever she wants to hear. I don't know. But that's not a long-term solution, and I'm going to be straight with you on that. I think you got yourself somebody here that if she doesn't come out of this energy, you're going to be trying to play catch up the rest of your life with this person. Now, I'm not talking bad about her. I just mean where she is right now. People change. People change, they do. But this feels a little too self-absorbed for me. And the fact that I've got all this back and forth, I'm holding on to you, I'm working on my money, but then I'm complaining and crying about it at night. I'm overwhelmed. Okay, I get that. I honor that, in fact. It just seems like there's a whole lot of imbalance here, and she's looking to you to fix it. And yet I don't get the feeling here, I don't get the cards here that say that you did something horribly wrong. I don't. You're saying, oh yes, it's very tough right now and a lot of conflict and headbutting. That's what this feels like, on and back and forth and back and forth, and she's blaming you. And okay, people are not perfect. We all mess up. But what I'm feeling from this energy is she's wanting to not take any responsibility for her part in this. That's a no-go for me. Yeah. Holding back. Reckless. This is reckless energy. This Fool is saying this is reckless. You should be celebrating and enjoying life and focusing on creativity and happiness and making your dreams come true instead of holding back in secrets and not listening to your intuition and not giving in to personal transition and this can also be emotional baggage. And frankly, I don't know if this is you or her, but there's a loss of passion here in this relationship. Maybe it's on both sides. You're both losing passion because there's been disappointments here. And the love is starting to die because of all this conflict and competition here. think you're both feeling confused and overwhelmed. Yeah, this talks about those arguments you've been having. You're hoping, or she's hoping maybe to manifest something different, but when you're stuck in this energy with this energy, if you're stuck there, she's got to start taking some responsibility for some of this, because she's just going to be stuck here. And there's not going to be any stability here. Something has to change. She's stuck in this. This is where she is. Analysis, paralysis. It's like a monkey, we call it monkey mind, the gerbil on the mental wheel. And I mean, there is love here, but that's not enough sometimes, y'all. That's the sad truth. Sometimes love is just not enough. And I just hear very, very loudly, she needs to take some responsibility for this and for this and for, I mean, well, I'm not going to go back and redo the reading, but she wants this, and yet with her own negative thinking, she's pushing it away. She's pushing it away. That's a downer. That's a downer. So she needs to get happy, and you know, you can't do that for her. You cannot do it for her. Hopefully you've got some, you're saying that makes total sense. Hopefully you can get some counseling, or, you know, I always recommend, it's my #1 go-to here, is listening to Abraham Hicks videos about why it's so important to change the frequency that you're on, to change where you are. So even if she's not open to that, I'm going to highly recommend you get here on YouTube and you do a deep dive into that. If you want a different outcome with this person, you're going to have to take the bull by the horns. You're going to have to shift your energy so that this scenario shifts. And yes, you can do that. Aw, Matthew, you're always so generous. Thank you so much. You are such a sweetheart. I mean, you just give to give, don't you? Thank you so much. You're so generous. I appreciate you. I appreciate the spirit of generosity. I mean, not just because you're giving me money. I mean, in general. You know, you give away, and guess what? It creates the flow. That's true in love or money or anything. If you are generous and you give, it's going to come back to you. So thank you, Matthew. I know it. He does. He just pops up and gives money. I mean, just because. And I just so respect and appreciate that. I just love the spirit of that. And thank you for the money, too. Jose, that's what I've got for you, sweetheart. I think you need to change your thinking about this, too. So, look, it takes two to break or make a relationship. But in the law of attraction, which is what I teach here on this channel, you can change the outcome by you yourself doing a deep dive, educate yourself about law of attraction, and you can shift the energy here. You can turn it around 180. So go start watching Abraham Hicks videos. You can just do a search here on YouTube for Abraham Hicks relationships or breakups or something. Relationships is good. And start practicing some of those things. And that's true for anybody listening. The answer's the same. No, I need more. I hear Crow telling me that. So I hope that helps, Jose. You be proactive too. Just because she's not in a place where she's not taking responsibility doesn't mean you can't make a difference and make the change. So I hope that helps. And thank you very much for purchasing a reading tonight. I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to move on to Jess. So Jess, would you post your question, please, and thank you. A relationship ring. Okay, we're talking about love relationship or otherwise. What deck? Oh, we're going to do the little one for Jess. Okay, cool. You were a little shy the other night. Are you ready to talk? So, Jess, is this love relationship or otherwise relationship? Okay, Ernest says he wants to start over, but I'm not sure I can anymore. I feel ready to move on. After everything we've been through and everything we've done to try to end things, we still somehow love each other. I can finish that sentence for you, I know. I feel like that's what you're about to say, but we still care about each other, right? Okay. So, are you asking for advice or are you asking for potential outcome? What exactly? I want to narrow your question better so I can get you a better reading. Let's see. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm playing with something over here on YouTube. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. I've never done that. I wanted to see what that looked like in my chat. But we're almost there anyway, but I wanted to see that. Okay. Let me see. You said it's been a back and forth cycle for 5 years. Yeesh. You're welcome, Jose. I didn't see your comment till just now. It's exhausting. What does the future really hold for the relationship, and what are... Well, that's 12 questions, sweetheart. I can only do one. That's, yeah, you'll have to pick a question. You can book a private reading if you want me to go into in depth with all those other questions. But one question, darling. Okay, potential future. And you, I don't know if you were here when I said this, but, oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's why I know. It's all right. And you might not have seen that. It's pinned at the very top of the chat, so you might not have seen it anyway. What I do though is when I read, just so you know, I'm picking up on potentials. I don't predict the future. This, whatever comes out here is not cast in stone anywhere. This is simply saying that if you keep on the current trajectory that you and your person are on, this is the potential of what might happen. But I always tell people, you are a powerful creator. You're not a victim here. You have the ability to change the outcome. Educate yourself about the law of attraction. You can change the outcome. Now, that being said, we're going to ask, what is the potential future of the relationship with you and your person? And let's see if this little deck wants to talk. It didn't want to talk the other night. That one wanted to come out. Okay. I'm not even going to look at it yet. Get some more here. Okay. Okay, so I don't know who's who in the story, okay? But somebody here who might not have been putting in the work says they're going to put in the work. This can be saying, obviously this relationship needs work. You might have not had great communication with each other, or no communication, or this could be saying you're spying on, one of you spying on the other, or both of you are spying on each other. Now, spying means anything from thinking about you a lot, to looking back at old texts, to checking in on your social media, that kind of thing. But it's saying either you're going to balance, there is going to be justice here, or you're hoping for that. But the Three of Swords in reverse talks about healing. In other words, this hurt has already happened. It's in the past. The worst is over. Now you're heading toward healing that hurt. And someone here who disappointed, I'm going to say you, and you feel free to reverse the roles if that applies, but someone here who caused this disappointment might want to come back around and rethink. In other words, for example, if you tried to offer them your cup of love and they turned you down, they might be coming back around. They might want to rethink that decision. Gee, maybe I shouldn't have turned that down. This person could have been in and out, unreliable. They are feeling regret about that. What else can you tell me? Potential future. Future, please. For Jess. Ooh, okay, let's see. Yeah, somebody, presumably your person, wants to come back. Or rather, let me restate that. Hold on. Let me restate that. Let me see what else here. Yeah, this can be saying, now future. I don't know if y'all are together or not. If you said, my apology, I don't remember if you said that. I know you've been having on and off, that I remember. it's like this person, I think this is both of you. Y'all can't, like you were starting to say, y'all can't seem to move on from each other. This sounds very much like a twin flame relationship. I don't have that card here, but it sure sounds like the dynamic of one. You don't live together, okay. But this card talks about not being able to move on to calmer waters. Now, could be because somebody was juggling. That can mean anything from another person, which I do not see here necessarily, although the Three of Swords can mean that, to working too much, you know, juggling you with work or family members or health issues or children. So, which would lead you to feel like you were not getting enough of their time and energy and attention. Again, reverse the roles if that fits. And so that might very well have caused all this. Now I'm speaking, forgive me, I'm sorry, Jess. I tend to speak in past tense. So this could have already happened. I think it has, but I did ask future. So every time tarot seems to give me the backstory, and then I have to reshuffle to get to the new story. So bear with me here. We'll get there. The bottom line, let me just skip to the bottom line. It looks like somebody is giving up hope here. Because this talks about more arguments, you know, remorse, regret, sorrow, and then somebody gives up. That's the bottom line here. Even though there's love here, even though there's love, and I feel like that's your person saying, but I love you. Let me, I'm leaving that out, and I'm going to reshuffle these and ask again. Hey, Tupac, how are you tonight? Thank you, Adia. I didn't say that, but you read my mind. Thank you. Okay. So, tell me about this losing hope here in the future, potential future. Mama Linus showed up. Yeah, somebody's giving up. This is the card of single. You or this person, you're deciding, I think it's you, you're deciding to focus on your own independence, you know, getting strong again, focusing on your career, liberating yourself from that situation. And as a reminder, you've lost hope already. He just won't leave me alone. Oh, goodness, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I am so sorry. Manu, this reading is for Jess. You're 2 away. Tia Bia and then Manu. Forgot to put you down. And then you're last. Okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's saying it's too heavy. I can't carry this burden anymore. Even though I love you, I'm going to make the choice to walk away and seek my own happiness. Ooh, I'll see if there's anything else, but I think that's pretty much. Yeah. And again, I kind of sense that this is your energy here. You're saying, no mas. Does it? Which card? Oh, which one? Oh, I shuffled it back probably. The Lover's card. Oh, dear, you're too funny. I love that you got a sense of humor tonight. Are you into that mango sake tonight, girl? Do you know I looked for that? I can't get it in here. Alabama's kind of weird about what they're allowed to import here. We don't have those nice big liquor stores like y'all have in Georgia and Florida. That's just not the way it is here. Yeah. Yeah, you have had, okay, yeah, it's just messages repeating, okay. The tower, this you're causing this on tower. This is in reverse, so it talks to me about the tower has actually already happened, and you've had this internal tower. You've already had this upheaval. You've already kind of, it's like you've seen the handwriting on the wall, right? Even though you miss this person, and you think back on these fond memories, you have looked in the mirror and you said, I got to get out of this. I can't stay in this analysis paralysis anymore. And so you have clarity, or will have clarity, and you're saying, no, I have to put this down. Again, this is the Ten of Wands, heavy burden, and I think this is the card you were referring to. Even though this person made me happy and I loved them, doesn't mean they're good for you, right? It was an illusion. Too good to be true. People cannot really sit on a rainbow. And I think what you may be saying is this person was just, they could be younger, but also they were emotionally immature, not ready to step up. Yeah, it is a pretty card. I love the artwork in this. And you're saying, I can't fight for this anymore. Like I said, you or them, but I kind of feel like this is your energy. I can't fight for this anymore. This person may be too self-absorbed, shallow, focused on materialistic things or jealousy, and you're putting an end to it because you're ready for transformation in your life. You're ready for things to change. You're all about change. I want something positive in my life. Yep. Yep. That's what it looks like, Jess. You've seen the handwriting on the wall. You just wanted confirmation is what I'm feeling like. Younger by only a month. Yeah, it doesn't always mean that, but sometimes that's why I like to mention it. Yeah. But emotionally or spiritually immature has nothing to do with age, does it? It really, really doesn't. Well, Jess, I think that's it. I feel like you've got confirmation here. I think you already knew this. I don't think I was telling you anything new, but that's what it looks like, darling. And now, without going into a whole long dissertation here, if this was a twin flame relationship, the important thing about it was that you, because that's what twin flames do for us, is they teach us about our own self-worth. And I feel like that's where you are, that you've learned that and you're claiming that anyway. So good for you. If you look in the description box, my website is there and also my email is there. Just click that more button so you can contact me there. All righty. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the purchasing a reading. I appreciate you, and I'm wishing you much luck and many blessings. Okay, Manu's next, and then Tia. I had that backwards. Manu's next, and then Tia. Okay. Manu, what's your question again? Please type it again. It's way up there in the chat. Yes, Miss Manu. It was something about some settlement, but I don't remember it. Yes, Tibia. Thank you, Adia. I appreciate you keeping me straight. I love you for that so much. So what's your second choice? I know you like mango sake. What else? Do you drink wine? I'm curious. I like to know people. Staying hydrated, yes. Staying hydrated. I love that you preach about that. I need to hear that too. Tia Bill, where are you? I mean Manu, sorry, Manu. Manu, you're up. Where are you? Me. That's your favorite mead? Seriously? I've never actually had that. My son used to love